Today's quarterfinal Tuesday, the 2018 World Junior Championships. We're going to preview all 4 matchups, and I'm going to let you know who I think is going to win. And that's coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. First of all, Happy New Year. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. On this channel, we review and discuss all 31 NHL teams, as well as international tournaments. So if you're a huge hockey fan, consider hitting that subscribe button now so you don't miss anything. Alright, so jumping into today's topic, the World Junior Championships. So as I mentioned in the opener, today is quarterfinal Tuesday. So the preliminary round has come to a close. All the teams had yesterday, the January the 1st, off to recover and recoup and to prepare for the playoff rounds, which start today with the quarterfinals. In Group A, the 4 countries moving on was in first place. We had Team Canada, who won all games except for the United States game, which was outdoors, and they lost in a shootout. So it's just like the NHL; they still get credit for an overtime loss. And the only difference here is that the winning team doesn't get full points. You get more points for a regulation win than you do for an overtime or a shootout win. So therefore, even though the United States won, they didn't get as many points as they would have if they had won in regulation. So Canada finished first in Group A, followed by the United States, Finland, and Slovakia. Obviously, one of the big highlights from Group A preliminary play was Slovakia upsetting the United States. That was probably really the only upset in that group's preliminary play, but it was quite a game and made for some good entertainment and quite an upset, as we usually see that at this tournament. Now in Group B, finishing first place was Sweden, who has been undefeated so far. The Czech Republic was in second place, followed by the Russians in third place, and then Switzerland in fourth place. So how it works from there is once the preliminary play is done, the top 4 teams in each group advance to this next round. The bottom 2 teams have to play what they call a regulation game. Actually, they do like a best out of 3 for relegation. So it means one of those teams may not be able to be in this level of tournament next year. So they have to kind of earn their way back in. So for the 4 teams in each group moving on, they do a crossover. So Group A's first place team plays Group B's fourth place team, and so on from there. So that's how they come up with the brackets, and I'll explain how the brackets are set up as well going forward into the next round. So now there's all 4 games from the quarterfinals are being played today. Action starts early this afternoon and goes right through to this evening. So we have Canada playing Team Switzerland. So in case you missed it, the Switzerland coach was interviewed asking what his chances were against Team Canada and if he thought his team had any shot. And he really downplayed how good his team was and that Canada was so much better in pretty well every aspect of hockey. They're better skaters, better shooters, better scorers, better goaltending. So I think he's trying to use a little bit of reverse psychology. That'd be my guess. If the own coach isn't even saying his team has a fighting chance, then I think he's trying to get his team going there. But obviously, I fully expect Canada to win. I do think the coach is right, but at the same time, I think Switzerland's a little bit better than he gave them credit for, and I do expect them to put up a decent fight. But in the end, I think Team Canada is just too strong and will prevail and move on to the semifinals. Now, the winner of that matchup is going to play the winner between Team Finland and Team Czech Republic. Now, I fully suspect that game is I would expect it to be close and tight. Now, both teams, it's kind of a toss-up in a way. If you look around at anybody making predictions, it's pretty much 50-50. The Czech Republic finished with a record of 3 regulation wins and an overtime loss, whereas Team Finland had a record of 2-2. So, either way, I think I'm going to pick the Team Czech Republic myself. I just think they have a little bit more scoring. If they can get any kind of out of a performance out of their goaltender, then they definitely have a shot to win. Goaltending and their defense is a bit of their question marks, whereas Finland's a little bit more well-rounded, but as we saw the Finns against some of the top teams like Canada and the US, they did struggle. So I think the Czech Republic can pull out a win here and have a shot to move on to the next round into the semifinals. So if those predictions are correct, in the semifinal round, we'd see Team Canada play Team Czech Republic. Now on the other side of the bracket, we've got Team Sweden, who's been a very dominant team so far, hasn't lost at all, against Team Slovakia. Now obviously the Slovaks upset Team USA, and obviously the US are a very good team, so could they upset Team Sweden? Anything's possible, but I'm not betting on it. I think Team Sweden is just too good. They're too well-rounded. They've got really a lot of strength in all positions. I don't really see much of a weakness. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and say Team Sweden more than likely comes out on top here. Now, the other matchup, which I think is going to be really entertaining and a very close game, at least has the potential to be close, is Team USA against Team Russia. Now, as much as Team Russia hasn't had the best tournament, there's certainly been other years where they've been a stronger squad. I really think that this is a possibility of an upset here. I'm not going to predict that. I'm going to say Team USA comes out on top, but I think you can never count out Team Russia. Doesn't matter how they look on paper or how they perform. I've seen them lose a couple of games in the prelims before and still have it. As long as they advance, then it just depends on when you catch fire. That's how that tournament works. You squeak into that next round, anything can happen. It's lose and go home. So if you win, you keep going. So you just never know what Team Russia might be able to pull out here. In the end, though, I think this is going to be a very good game, a highly entertaining game. I can't wait to watch it. But I think Team USA will prevail here and move on to the semifinals. So if my predictions hold true, we're going to see Canada against the Czech Republic in the next round, and we're going to see Sweden against the United States. So I'm not going to bother making any predictions on those rounds yet because we're going to wait and see if I'm correct or not. I would think that I should hopefully do okay with those predictions, but you never know. So leave me some comments down below. What are your predictions? Who do you think is going to win the games today? And who do you think is going to meet up in the next round? So it should be lots of entertaining action at the tournament today. If you haven't had a chance to watch, certainly a good day to start would be now, because all the marbles are on the line here. So if the team loses, they're going home. So you're bound to see some great hockey today. So certainly keep watching the World Juniors. Keep watching Top Shelf Hockey, and we'll catch you in the next video.